Swami. I'm Swami Chaitanya and my partner,
Nikki Listretto. And we're here today to talk to you who are entering the Emerald Cup this year and give you some tips and guidelines on how to enter for yours to win, because we're judges and we want to help you.
So how do you pick your best? Well, probably the best thing to do is to invite a bunch of friends over and stage your own mini cup. So you pick like 4 or 5 of your plants that you think are the best, pick out some buds, and put them in little containers with numbers on. And so you'll have, this is number plant, number 2, number 3, number 4. And then you smoke, and then what are you going to look for?
Well, you're going to look for what we'd like you to turn in, because you have to understand we get about 1.5 to 2 gram samples that we get. And so make sure you turn in a lot of nicely trimmed small buds that would fit into that 1.5 to size, right? Because otherwise they're going to be tearing indiscriminately off of larger buds, and they might not look as pretty, what we personally get. I would just recommend that. And then in your entry, you also want to put in a couple of those nice big dongs, and that way they'll we can see them. We can always go and look at those, and that's what also gets put in the display case at the end. So be sure that you do that, and make sure that it's beautiful bud, and we want it hand trimmed and with love and real attention and care.
Because we also look at it with a microscope.
Yep.
And we can see if it's a machine trim or if there's some abuse, and we also see if there's any, mildew or mold or something like that. But the next thing we look for after the look is the fragrance.
Yeah, very important.
Very important, the fragrance, because that's the terpenes. And the terpenes have their own magical qualities, which we found out over the years. So enter something that has a wonderful, wonderful smell, because that's going to make an entertainment for us, right? But also it tells us that you really know about growing your cannabis, that the terpenes are a very important ingredient, and if it has no smell, it's just not going to make it. Mm-hmm. So then after the smell
is the effects, of course. And
well, no, there's the taste.
Oh, there's the taste,
right.
taste. Yeah.
So I'm going to be rolling this up, right, a joint, and most of the judges are joint smokers. And while I'm rolling it, I also see, is it too dry or is it too damp? You want some people enter before it's really even dry enough to smoke. So once we get all that, we might revise the number on the look. And then the taste is as you're smoking it. But before you light it, we always suggest take a dry hit, an unlit hit, take a big puff, and that's going to tell you again about the terpenes. So then we get to the effects. And
then the effects get judged double points. So everything else, for example, is 10, and the effects gets 20 points, up to 20 points. So the effects, we're looking for an entourage. We're looking for the combination of different components in the cannabis that just creates a delightful, delightful high. And that does not necessarily mean the highest THC. So if you have something that's 19% THC, don't worry about entering that. That could certainly be a contender. So make sure that it's just something that is interesting.
Yeah, but see, last year the winner wasn't the highest THC. Number 20 last year had more THC than just about any other entry. So it's the totality of the ingredients, of the 400 different ingredients, but there's something also about the totality of the effect of that, which is, it's interesting, it's sophisticated, you can feel it in your body, and so on. So we're looking, and also we do try and highlight things that, I feel it in my thighs, or it's behind my neck, and those things are actually part of the medicinal qualities as well that we want to highlight. And so we're looking for the totality of the experience. And so
this is truly a blind judging also. I mean, we want you to know that the number you've given is not the one we're given. We have no clue who any of the entrants are, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's often a wonderful surprise to us when it's somebody we happen to sort of know who wins. You never know. So we want you to know that, definitely.
So entries are due by November 15th this year, which is earlier than last year, November 15th. And that gives us a chance to actually test the samples for pesticides or mildew or mold, so that we don't have to ruin our lungs by smoking that stuff.
And we hope that people from all over California enter. We love that variety, and we look forward to seeing you and to sampling what you enter. And we'll see you December 12th and 13th at the Santa Rosa County Fairgrounds for the Emerald Cup.
And also, you can check us on SwamiSelect.com if you want to have a little thing about how we go about judging. So anyway, enjoy your own little mini judging, and good luck when you enter the Emerald Cup.